Just a quick but necessary disclaimer, this video is not for financial advice. It is for educational purposes only. Hello and welcome to Altcoin Chef. We are at the little farmhouse today in the kitchen. I hope you can hear me. If not, I will have to dub this over. No, I'm not about to fight so many of the cucumbers. We are about to transform these into relish because as the altcoin chef, I am not only a crypto enthusiast, crypto geek, I just love everything that I have discovered about crypto. Love it. This is just an extra cherry on top. This love right here, love.io, who, by the way, sponsors this series. This series is called Made with Love. And today's episode, the kickoff premiere episode, if you will, I relish the opportunity to share with you how to make relish, because I'm not only a busy mom, a busy CEO. Well, let's back up there. I'm a busy mom, I'm a busy CEO, and I also have a white label company. I am a COO of Vibra Finance, and my COO is a very particular eater. And I love it because so am I. I believe that your health is your wealth. And if you don't take care of your body now, then how are you going to be able to enjoy the wealth that is being created right here, right now, today, because you are here participating in the new quantum financial system. You are here participating in Web3 before it becomes a Web3 thing. You and I here know about Web3, but nobody is going to even know or care about the technology on which their banking systems are running through XRP and XLM, just to name a couple. And they're not going to care about where their tracking system or how their goods are being tracked that they're buying, because once they realize that people are spying on them, Hedera, I don't know if people are going to be feeling the same way about the governing council. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just had some thoughts about that one, but I'll have to save that for another episode because I cannot get too saucy. That is one of the DEXs, decentralized exchanges over on Hedera, which is Saucer Swap. I keep looking over there because we have some visitors picking apples today. It is a beauteous summer day. So anyway, I relish this opportunity to share with you how to make relish from the cucumbers that we have grown from our garden, sponsored by love.io, which is more than just a crypto token. It's more than just a ticker symbol. It's more than just a way to charitably donate to your friends, family, and loved ones. It's more than just the perfect onboarding tool to get a woman or a daughter or a sister or a friend or a loved one started with crypto, because it also has integrated with a marketplace. And that marketplace is integrated with a multi-trillion-dollar industry. And that industry is online shopping, e-commerce. E-commerce is set to explode into the trillions. And for many reasons why, to save this and shorten it up for this video, I will not get into today. To keep my YouTube channel, perhaps I might not be able to speak about it on this platform, but in person I will be, as I will be talking about financial freedom with y'all soon. Back to business, here we go. The e-commerce portion of love.io creates an opportunity to bring women into your life in crypto, and I'm going to show you an example of how. This is what I wanted to show you. The lovebuy.com website. It was shop and earn. So when they are looking for their favorite designer goods, they want to find, my assumption would be, because that's what I do, I want to find the best price for it. So if I am looking for a new perfume or a new cologne, or a new handbag, for example. I show you later, or at some point in this video, I show you, which I absolutely love, which I purchased from this website. And my purchase created a 10% buy order of love. So I'm going to show you, like, if you were in the market for this elegant Gucci beige shoulder bag, you would be receiving back $163 in terms of US dollars. You'd be receiving $163 in love rewards. So $163 in love rewards you can take and exchange those for other crypto tokens. Love is pegged to 4 chains: Binance, Ethereum, Pulse Chain, and coming to Base soon. They have a lot of exciting announcements coming up too. So, and then you can also move it right over to a Visa or a MasterCard. So you can use those love rewards instantly, or you can come over to love.io. Love.io is the main web page here. And you can trade it. Like I said, you could trade it for PulseX, USDT. You can trade it right here on the platform. You can stake it for up to 84% APY. So in order to get up to 84% APY, you need to stake it for 1,800 days. But if you're in the mindset for the long haul, or if this is for you to accumulate more love tokens to give a big charitable donation at the end of your shopping spree, whatever you so choose. This is love is opening a lot of doors and opportunities for different things. So you can stake it, you can use cases, you can micro tip with it, tip your favorite streamers in love. If you have a favorite coffee vendor that is interested in taking crypto, love is a great place to start. The ticker is perfect for what the use case actually is, which is to give more love freely as love gives back. Because money, at the end of the day, my smart friends know, is just a medium of exchange for goods and services. So putting the economic energy behind the word love ties it all together, and the network effect is real. All it takes is somebody to send someone love. They download it and they have it in their wallet. They can send it off to the next person, and then from there, the network grows. This is early days, and this is how, in going back into the history of love and how and why they have this marketplace, is to scale on the same means as Amazon. So instead of companies coming in and buying or paying Amazon a service fee for selling their goods and services, because you have to pay a seller's fee every month, and then for only some vendors have to pay a percentage of their sales also to Amazon for their marketing on their marketplace. And what Love is doing with these vendors is they are charging, well, they are collecting love tokens. So these companies buy love tokens from them, and that's how they're able to market their goods on this website. And this will only grow. This will absolutely only grow. I only see upside potential for this. And I say that looking at this chart. Now, this project is about a year old, as we can see here. So it launched last June, July-ish, and here we are now into September. And we have been creating some lower lows, and we'll see if we keep going down a little bit here. If we don't get a good push up here with its token being price bonded to liquidity in PulseX, which is the decentralized exchange in the Richard Heart ecosystem. And so thanks to Hart's Law and liquidity bonding, the main liquidity pair for the love token is PulseX. And when PulseX rises, liquidity in love will also rise too. And like I said, that just takes a network effect and growing. And this is not a short-term play. This is a long-term game. And love has many reasons behind it why it's easy to hold on to a why, which makes it investing into it something that, just speaking from a woman's perspective,
makes it something that you want to hold on to. People say don't marry your cryptos, but love is actually the perfect ticker to hold on to for quite some time. And there are arbitrage opportunities out there. I hate to make that super known. Liquidity is low here, as we can see. But like I said, as PulseX rises, love will too. There are opportunities out here, though. As I said, it is an Ethereum virtual machine compatible token, and it's pegged to 4 chains: Ethereum, Pulse Chain, Base, and Binance. So bridging, staking, moving that around, exchanging for other tokens, very easy. And that's really just what I wanted to show you with the marketplace for today. So that was just one idea, one example of the bags that they have. There are over 100,000 high-end products on this website, and you name the designer, it's probably on here. And like I said, my watch came, it was perfect. The packaging was perfect. It was just as described, if not nicer, and I was really happy with my purchase. My 10% buy order of love for that purchase is going to be staked, or I can send that off to a charity of my choice so that love can continue to grow, because I believe if you put it out there, it will come back to you. Let's get down to business. The first thing that I did, because this takes about 3 hours to overnight, depending on your preference and your skill level and what you want to do with these things. For me, I had soaked them overnight. So the first thing that I did was wash, cut my cucumbers to 1/4 of an inch thickness. I salted them, and then I let them sit in a colander overnight to drain all the water out. And you'll see how much water we still get out the next day. Here are the cucumbers fresh from our garden. They have been washed, cut, salted, and they are draining. Step 2, we're going to gather and prep our canning equipment. Gathered our canning equipment. We have our water bath going at 180 degrees. We have the tops on there. The jars are keeping warm in there. And like I said, we want to keep that temperature between 180 and 185 degrees to maintain optimal crispness. So that is on the stove. And we have our pint-sized jars in there. We have our lids that have been sterilized. Those are ready to go for us also. Another few helpful tools when you're canning I have found are a jar lifter. These over tongs will save tears and burns, and I am speaking with experience. It's just a learning process you don't want to mess around with. There are spring-loaded options, which might be great. However, consider that water and metal, oxidization, rust. So consider the lifespan and the quality of item that you're purchasing. These came in a very basic kit. I believe that, I don't even remember where they came from, a local farm store, I'm sure. And then you're going to want a canning funnel. This is very basic. The warm liquids in the plastic, do I love it? No. Would I prefer metal? Yes, absolutely. So if you have a metal funnel, I'm looking up because there's a rack above me. No, I don't have my metal funnel handy. We are at the little farmhouse, like Pickles. So, and then this is also a jar, like a lid lifter, and this will help me pick up the lids out of the boiling water so I don't burn my fingers. And then this is a bubble popper, or I'm sure there's another term for it, but it helps me to scoop around the outside of the jars, make sure that there's no bubbles out there so that when the cans process, there's somewhere for the air to go and they don't explode. So this is a low and slower process. We're going to be putting them in the water between 180 and 185 degrees. We have a thermometer to check that for us before we put them in. And then they're going to stay in there for about 30 minutes to process. But I wanted to give you a general overview of the handy tools. Rise and brine, it's time to make that pickling liquid. Let's move on to step number 3. Rise and brine. Okay, now we are going to make our brine for our pickles or relish. I've been using those interchangeably throughout this entire video. I understand they're not the same because they're cut differently, but that's how we like to use them, so that's why I keep calling them pickles and relish. So pickles is the idea. You can stop there if you want to. If you want to cut them up a little smaller, you can go with relish. So brine is going to be apple cider vinegar. We have white vinegar here, and then filtered water. We have celery seed, turmeric, and mustard seed. Turmeric I chose to also give it some color, flavor, and to kick the grocery store to the curb. Heinz, I'm speaking specifically to you, with the yellow dye in it. Why? Food grade standards in America are less than cosmetic grade standards. Just for those of you who don't know, now you do. I don't understand it, but that's just how we live here in America. There we go. All right, so we need 3 cups of raw apple cider vinegar. This apple cider vinegar was the apples were grown on our farm, We picked them last October, and we decided to make apple cider out of them, and from there we decided to go a little further and make apple cider vinegar. So we ended up with a total of 7 gallons of apple cider vinegar, which is really a lot. So this is a half-gallon jar. We had 14 of these full of apple cider from our orchards. So very, very, very proud of that. A lot of love going into these, a lot of love. Because this process is not hard, but it is time consuming. But for me, my time is worth it so that we're not eating yellow number 5, high fructose corn syrup, and gosh only knows what else is in the jar. Because also, I do not know if you are aware, but those companies don't have to disclose everything that's in that container. If it's under a certain percentage, it doesn't make it on the label, no big deal. Okay, so we have 3 cups of raw apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of white vinegar, just for a little kick up in the acidity. If you like the sweeter taste of apple cider vinegar, please feel free to use 4 cups of that instead. So 3 cups here, 1 cup white vinegar, 1 cup of filtered water, and then we are going to add 2 tablespoons of mustard seed. 1, 2, and these are yellow mustard seeds. And now 2 teaspoons, that's important. Tablespoons and teaspoons are very different indeed. Let's see, I'm looking for mine. I might just have to kick it to the, okay, 1 teaspoon here. Borrowed equipment here. So we need 2 teaspoons of this. I'm gonna level it out because celery seed can be quite aggressive, so we don't really need to put heapings in there. Unless you like it, then go nuts. I'm also going to put 1 teaspoon of that ground turmeric in here for color. And I'm leaving out the black peppercorns in this recipe as the variety. The last batch that I made for practicing for filming for this, I put black peppercorns, and variety is indeed the spice of life. So we're leaving those out for this batch. But if you like them and you like a little bit of heat in your pickles, black peppercorns are excellent for circulation. Think arthritis, think back pains, those kinds of things. So migraines, all sorts of things. Black peppercorns are useful for, just not in this batch. And the last thing I'm going to add is 1 cup of raw organic cane sugar, as we like to add a little bit of sweetness to our sour, and that's how we end up with our sweet and sour pickles, or relish, or whatever this is going to be. It's going to be deliciousness. Okay, we'll not bang on this because nobody wants to hear that in their ears, and I'm not going to edit that out. So 1 cup of sugar goes in here. Now we're going to put it on the stove to melt the sugar into the brine by bringing it up to just a gentle boil, and then the brine is done. Our brine is on the stove. I have the heat a little bit above medium there, and I'm just going to bring this up to a slow boil. Pickles are looking good. The brine is looking fine. It's time to can. And we've made it. We have made homemade pickles, or relish, whatever you like. Congratulations. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you want to see how they were grown, stay tuned. Of course, I wouldn't leave you without step-by-step directions and the full recipe. Share it, try it, comment below, and let me know what you think. forget to check out this series sponsor, love.io, as these handmade items are indeed made with love.